Okay, right. So one of my students as such asked me a question about doing skin tones, how to get it so even and all the rest. So I'm just going to just briefly go over that and show you how I'll go around getting skin tones even and all the rest. So I'm using a graphite 2B here. So I'm busy with this portrait at the moment. So essentially what I normally do is I'll hold my pencil like this, okay, and then just go over the designated area lightly over and over and over again like this. Okay, the technique takes a bit of practice, obviously, but this is how I'll go about it. Okay, so all you have to do is go over this area lightly, because remember, skin tone is quite, it's even, it's got to be even, otherwise it pleases the eye. You can't perhaps go over every single blemish, but essentially that's how I've done it. So let's just work on this area. Okay, so say I'm working this, making this a little bit darker. It's not like that on the reference, but I'm going to, for today's brief tutorial, I'm just going to go over it. So I've got over it like this, and I'm going to go across like this, just to even it out. Go across the grain that you've created, and you'll see that the area becomes slightly darker as you go backwards and forwards over and over and over again. But the idea is to try and get it as even as possible. Alright, so it's nice and pleasing. Okay, and then over here as well, sometimes there's a bit of a bump over here on the forehead. So just go over that slightly, a bit more often. Here again too, you'll find that this part, you can sort of work it in a bit. So again too, skin tones are quite tricky, but if you just go over it, over and over again, using the edge of your pencil, in this case a graphite. I find it 2B really works, and of course for the hair, I switched to charcoal. This is a woodless charcoal medium over here, so just to accentuate the edges, just go over it. I'll use a sharp end of this just to get more control. Okay, so that's the forehead, and just to go in a bit perhaps over here as well, and then over here. So yeah. Okay, hopefully that sort of helped a bit. But if you want to, I switch to charcoal when it comes to the hair. Just creates a bit of a mixed medium effect. I prefer charcoal because of the depth that it gives me. But skin tones, when it comes to portrait work, I like to use graphite. That's just me. But essentially, that's how I like to go about it. And flower, moth, whatever. And just go along the area as well, over and over and over again. Work it in. I always say it takes time, but work it in, over and over and over again. Remember, this is a marathon, not a sprint. Some artists, granted, they are much quicker and they work with a different technique to what I do. I prefer to really spend time on my work and really work in those shaded areas. Remember too, you got yourself 3 different areas. It's shadow, midtones, and highlights here. So here's your shadows, right? Really dark. Midtones here, okay? Your sort of light grey to dark grey. And then, of course, your highlights being those areas over here. If your image has got all 3, in other words, very dark lights to really highlight, then you've got your nice tonal range coming in, and it's a very pleasing effect. Okay, I just hope this helped. Okay, cheers.